What's up, guys? It's the Osmo.com Night Shift Podcast, talking abbreviated 6-game Thursday, September 13th slate. We will have all the normal content out, spotlight hitters, pitchers, stacks, rankings from Osmo himself. We will have the ownership projections as well. And we will have those up for the early slates. That's one thing that we do that I don't think a lot of other sites do, is have ownership projections and rankings for these 2-game slates. I know some of the guys behind the scenes are really good at leveraging them, so they put out the ownership projections for them as well. You can take advantage if you're not doing anything in the afternoon. For this Thursday slate, Osmo will have his perfect pitcher article. We will have the strategy video. It's going to be myself and Laffy or Adam. I'm not really sure. Probably whoever's not doing the deep dive article, which will be out in the afternoon. Obviously, very deep dive, as it's called, into the entire slate. So that will be out. Again, it'll be me and one of Adam or Laffy. So it should be good, as Josh is obviously not around because he is getting away from the hurricane. So he will be in Slack chat. You still have access to him on that hotel Wi-Fi. So if you're listening, Josh, what's up? Enjoy that continental breakfast. All right, let's get into this slate. Let's go to Oakland and Baltimore. We have Brett Anderson going up against Dylan Bundy, a 5.5 run total for Oakland. Not really interested in pitching here. I will say I do love the Athletics bats. I absolutely love them here. Bundy, super volatile pitcher. Home run problems. I mean, the whole 9 yards with Bundy here. Really hard not to like stacking against him. He's giving up over 2 home runs per 9 against lefties. It's warm and humid. I will say, if Bundy is going to be unowned and everyone's going to be on the Oakland bats, which I don't know how likely that is. Bundy's only 6,300. He's going to get you a different lineup construction. So I will be at least considering him and watching his ownership as the day goes on to see if I can find a leverage spot there and possibly get over the field on both Oakland and Bundy. Brett Anderson is, he is 6,600 on DK. Not much interest in him. More expensive than Bundy, man. That's interesting. I mean, I like playing Brett Anderson when he's at home, but against probably 8 righties here, I think I'll pass. I will go with some VR. I like Renato Nunez here, as well as Tim Beckham. So some guys on both sides for hitting here. One of the best, if not the best, hitting environment on the night. Toronto and Boston, we have Sam Gaviglio going up against Eduardo Rodriguez. Gaviglio is priced at $4,500, near min salary, but just a hellish matchup for him. Going into Boston, it's already tough enough for a righty to go into Boston and try to pitch well. Gaviglio's got problems with lefties. The righties are no cakewalk. Betts, JD, Bogarts, Kinsler. It's just going to be really, really tough. And Gaviglio's bad at holding runners. And you've got speed with Betts and Benintendi at the top. I mean, it's just going to be really, really tough. So Boston, 6-run total. They're probably going to be the chalk. Eduardo Rodriguez is 9,100. He is probably going to be fairly owned here. And I understand it. I mean, he's someone that, while he has his blow-ups every once in a while, he can handle righties for sure. I'm not just going to see 9 righties here for the Blue Jays and just write them off. He's striking them out about at a 25% rate, limiting hard contact, just 28.4% against righties since the start of 2017. If you're going with bats against Toronto, Eduardo Rodriguez, I really like Randall Grichuk here, and Grichuk is priced at just $3,900. Next game, Seattle and LA, the Angels. We have, looks like Paxton, DK has Paxton. Fangraphs had Mike Leake, but actually no, wait a minute. DK does have Mike Leake, and Fangraphs had Mike Leake. So there we go, some continuity there. Either way, Leake is 7,600. I don't really have interest in him. Really love Trout in this spot. Really love Ohtani. Again, not a super hot take there, but Jose Miguel Fernandez is still down at just 2,900, and that's kind of ridiculous for a guy with power against Leak who just does not do a good job of missing bats. Other side, Matt Shoemaker is 7,900 in this matchup. He's going to be someone that I'm going to struggle with, I think, as the day goes on. Really good first pitch strike rate in his last start against the White Sox, making his first home start of the season. I would guess he pitches better at home than in Texas and in Chicago, like he has been in the last couple starts. He got up to 74 pitches in his last start. I think he is at least in play here for this price. You can pair him with Kershaw. You can pair him with Erod and still have some money left over for bats. So I'm not crazy about the Shoemaker play, but he has looked a lot better than I expected him to look in his first couple starts back from the super long layoff. Chase rate especially, 36% chase rate in those two starts combined. All right, let's go to Miami and the Mets. We've got Sandy Alcantara going up against Steven Matz. Alcantara is 7,200. Matz is 8,300. I have interest in both of these guys, and I think Matz is pretty self-explanatory. You're going up against a team with a total of 3.2. Matz has been a bunch better lately. I don't think we need to spend too much time on him. He's just clearly missing more bats and has some real upside at this price, I think, and is a decent pivot away from Erod. Not as big of a favorite, but pretty substantial, minus 181 favorite here for Steven Matz. Alcantara on the other side, I think he's someone that we're going to talk about, me and Adam Orloffy, tomorrow morning on the strategy show. So I wrote up, or I'm in the process of writing up Alcantara for the Spotlight pitcher. He had great service results in his last start, 7 innings, 6 Ks, 2 walks, 0 earned, and that was against the Phillies, a 14.4% swinging strike rate. It looked like a lot of the Phillies were guessing on his pitches too, which is also a really good sign. I don't know that he has the best stuff, but a pretty good start there. And for this price against a bad team in the Mets have 5 players in the projected lineup that strike out over 23.5% versus righties. So I think Alcantara has a little bit of upside here. And looking at his last start, he threw 97 pitches, so that's really encouraging as well. All right, Dodgers and Cardinals, we have Clayton Kershaw going up against Austin Gomber. Kershaw is up to 11.9. I mean, still not a price that's like making you think that much. He looks kind of back to the old Kershaw. He's getting a lot of swings and misses. I don't know that he's vintage Kershaw just yet, but I think he is pretty much the obvious number one on this slate. It's short. You need the raw points at pitching. I don't know how tough he is to fit in just because I haven't started making lineups just yet out 24 hours. But over his last 5 starts, 36 innings, 35 strikeouts, and it's just really tough to fade at under 12K, even against a bunch of righties for the Cardinals. I don't really like any of these guys against Kershaw. Yachty's questionable for this game, so that's an even bigger upgrade if he can't go. For Kershaw, Gomber, 8,100 on the other side. Someone that I think has been really lucky. A 267 BABIP against righties on the year, despite allowing 37.7% hard contact, 25.6% line drive rate. More fly balls than ground balls. I mean, for a BABIP that low, I think he should. Or for contact numbers that high, I should say, a BABIP that's pretty low. He's got some regression coming. I don't know if it's going to be in this start. If I did, I would be a millionaire. But I think it's coming sooner rather than later. I mean, how can you not love everyone in this Dodgers lineup? Freeze, Kemp, Machado, Turner, Taylor, these guys all grade out as super good plays for me. I will be all over the Dodgers, and I hope this 4.4 run total keeps some people off of them. It's 82 degrees, pretty good hitting weather, relatively. So Dodgers are my team once again, back on them for what seems like the 3,000th time this season. Last game of the night. Let's go to Minnesota and Kansas City. We have Steven Gonsalves against Heath Fillmyer. Gonsalves, man, he just does not have anything, it looks like, on the season. He's got just I believe, a 5% swinging strike rate. Or it's below 6, I know that. I don't have the numbers right in front of me, but not someone I'm scared to target against. And he's 5K. I really don't have any interest in that. The Royals have been terrible against lefties, but they have speed. They have guys that should hit righties or lefties well in Salvador Perez and Whit Merrifield. Mondesi can obviously hit. So I like the Royals stack here. They're cheap, and they're going up against a guy that I think is really, really bad in Gonsalves. Other side, Heath Fillmyer, 4,900. I think if you're looking for a punt, this is your guy. I wonder how chalky he will be because he is under 5K. He's someone that is fully stretched out through 100 pitches this month. 2 straight starts, 71 in his last one. But that was obviously a bad one against the same Minnesota team. Now he gets to go back home, face the same team. I mean, he has issues against righties, it looks like. 50% hard hit rate against righties for Fillmyer this year. Line drive rate isn't that far up, so it almost looks like something's broken on Fangraph's end for Fillmyer. I mean, almost no line drives, but a ton of hard contact, according to them. Not a ton of walks against righties for Fillmyer. I don't think he's particularly good, but he is super cheap and stretched out and at home, and I think he's going to get a lot of run support. So there's your case for good old Heath Fillmyer. Twins bats against him, I don't really like many of them at all. There's no Sano in here. I guess it would be Rosario and Polanco. Those are always my favorite guys against a below-average righty. But that is really about it on the Twins side. All right, that's going to do it for the Night Shift podcast, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope your research process goes a little bit quicker on a 6-gamer. I like when they're kind of broken up like this. So bear with us on the schedule. We're trying to figure things out. Kind of got crazy weekends all around. Keep Josh in your thoughts. Tweet at him. Give him some encouragement. And we will see you tomorrow morning.